So we're going to have some fun around this generalised principle, and the generalised principle is around this word here, but. And but, I want you to write down, is a dismissive word. What is it? Dismissive. And if you think about this, when you use but, it's actually going to be dismissing what the other person's got to say. So I'm going to use an example. I'm an Aussie and follow the good old Wallabies rugby union side. You think about a New Zealander, if they're an All Black or a Kiwi supporter, and we're going to have a conversation. Let's say we don't agree, or they don't really want to be open to the conversation. And I say, you know, look, the Wallabies have got blah, blah, blah rugby player. And then if they don't agree with me, if they're not open, if they're not going to have an open conversation, they're going to butt me. And how that will come out of their mouths is they're going to say, yeah, Bruce, but, and then give me their side of the story. So it basically, what comes after the but is dismissing what the other person's got to say. Now, a lot of the time this is happening unconsciously. You don't know that you're doing it. It's kind of just like saying to your spouse, yeah, but love, you can't do. Or to your family, friends, etc. Yeah, but you can't do that, Bob. Or yeah, but have you thought about something? You know, it's us putting our beliefs onto the other person. I've got a little rule when I work with people, and I'm going to suggest you might want to use this rule too, is that we have a $1 infringement, a fine, for every but, okay? So that we get in there and can stop doing that dismissing of the other person. I'll tell you what my record is. For a day of working with someone, my record is $37. Okay, so the person's like, yes, but Bruce, but we can't do that. Okay, so there was a high amount, and when we get into that stage, this is what I call a buttathon. So there's so many buts, it's a total buttathon. So instead of saying but, let's see how we can replace that to have a more open conversation with people. And I would going to make a suggestion that you use this word here. And the word is and. So rather than saying, yes, Bruce, but the All Blacks, etc., etc., you'd say, Bruce, I haven't thought about it that way. And had you thought about that we've got the haka, or whatever the conversation is, so that we're replacing but with the word and. So it allows us to have a lot more open conversation and doesn't push people away. I'll bet you that potentially if you've got a team, that you'll be doing this with your team. Your customers, the customer will say to you, hey, could we have this in red? And you'll say, oh no, but you can't really, we can only do it in blue. So it's like a lot of subconscious butting, and when we do that, a lot of the time, you know, then they don't buy of us, and we walk away going, well, I don't really know why. Well, that's because potentially you used but and dismissed what they said 4 or 5 times, so they just didn't get you, as an example. Okay, so in terms of relationships and building relationships, remove but and put and in. So get but out of your lingo and give some money to charity. Have a good one, get your butt out of the road.